What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm showing you guys 10 new features added into the latest update for Black Ops 3. It's going to be update 105. And I'm actually kind of surprised they actually took this long to add some of these features. I mean, you kind of would expect them to be added into the game, from the start. But yeah, we're actually going to be starting from the least interesting to the most interesting features in this video. So yeah, let's go and get started with number 10. For number 10, we have the bonus playlist, which actually includes Nightmare, Free Run, and Dead Ops Arcade 2. Which is kind of weird because, I mean, you kind of would expect Dead Ops to be kind of in the zombies playlist. But yeah, so they have added all of them into one single playlist. And for number 9, we actually have one of the most simplest, but actually maybe one of the most useful tools or features, which is the option to actually leave any party you're in. Especially if you're the party leader and your friend's joining or whatever and you're trying to, I don't know, stream or whatever. It basically gives you the option to back out of the party easier and quicker, so yeah. And for number 8, they actually made it so every single DLC that you download gets actually downloaded with the latest updates. So like I said, they're releasing a DLC tomorrow, they're actually going to release it with an update. So instead of downloading the DLC separately, you will actually have to download it with the latest update, which is not too bad. But then again, you have to, I guess, download the entire DLC. And if you don't have the DLC paid for, then you can't use the DLC and you're kind of just taking up space that you normally wouldn't really need or should have downloaded. The good thing about it is if you actually have the DLC paid for, you can actually download the DLC and have it ready, so when it launches you guys can actually start playing immediately. So it's kind of a positive and kind of a negative, I guess. But yeah, let's go and move on with number 7. For number 7, they actually give us the ability to invite people to our group. So let's say you guys have a group chat with a bunch of friends, or you have a clan chat. You guys can actually invite them to that group, and you guys can actually communicate easier that way instead of having to invite them to the party, which is the chat party, or just going on Skype or whatever. So it's kind of easier to just message a whole bunch of people quicker, invite them to a party and have them ready. Now for some reason I'm actually not able to use this feature yet. I don't know if it's, a bug or whatever, but when I click on groups, it doesn't give me the option to invite anybody to a specific group. And I do actually have a couple groups, so I'm not sure if it's just a bug or whatever. Now for number 6, it's actually kind of a smaller feature, but it can actually be very helpful, especially if you guys are playing a competitive match and you guys want to see if they're using Skype or if they're on party chat. You can now just simply look at the lobby and see if the players have a chat icon next to their name. So let's say they're in a chat party on the PS4 or the Xbox, it's going to have a chat icon next to their name. But if they're not using the party chat feature, then they're not going to have an icon next to their name. So it's kind of a cool feature. It's kind of a smaller feature. For number 5, we actually have another simple but actually kind of really useful tool, which is actually the ability to get a sound when you get a hit marker. So like say you're shooting somebody and you get 3 hits on them, then you guys will actually get 3 hit markers and 3 different sounds most of the time. Sometimes you won't, but yeah, so it's kind of useful. It's going to let you know when you actually get a hit marker if there's actually somebody there, or I guess if there's not. For number 4, we actually have kind of a bigger deal if you're into competitive, but if you're just a pub thumper, if you don't really, care about competitive, you don't really have to worry about this, or it's not going to really affect you. They basically added the new competitive esports game rule into the private match, so you guys can actually load the official competitive game rules without having to, have a wrong rule or whatever. This feature comes really handy if you guys are into UMG or MLG, and if you guys actually enjoy playing competitively. So it's kind of an easier, I guess, way to have the correct rules without having to, forfeit a match or, I guess, forfeit the entire game. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, let's go move on with the next one. For number 3, they actually made it so you guys can actually see your friends list without having to, I guess, go through your actual friends list on your PS4 or your Xbox. Because in the past, you guys could actually not even load your friends list on your Black Ops 3 game. Or maybe some of your friends might not even load. So they basically fixed this, and yeah. So if one of your friends tells you that their friends list doesn't even load or they can't invite you or whatever, then they're basically lying to you and trying not to, play with you. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Keep a lookout and make sure, you have good friends. But they basically fixed the playlist for Arena, which is actually now including Popular, which is 6v6, I believe Domination and Kill Confirm only. I'm not exactly sure on that, I guess, so you guys can correct me in the comments. But yeah, so now it's actually 6v6 and 4v4. So there's 2 playlists. One of them is Popular, which is 6v6, and then there's a Pro, which is actually 4v4s, and it's going to be just the regular competitive game rules, I guess. In my opinion, it's probably one of the best updates that they have done in this update. So, I mean, now I can actually play with the clan without having to play randoms that are, pretty bad at this game, because it gets kind of boring and repetitive when you're winning match after match after match. And yeah, so now we actually have a challenge, hopefully. And finally, for number 1, we have the latest and greatest of the all. I don't know what the heck I just said there, but basically it's going to be the best new feature that they have added in this update. And it's actually the ability to see each other's combat record without having to, I guess, message each other or take screenshots. It's a lot easier now to check and see if people are lying to you or if they're photoshopping their combat record or whatever and sending it to you guys. So it's really good, I guess. They actually did have this feature back in Black Ops 2, so I'm not really exactly sure why they didn't just, copy it over to Black Ops 3, considering that it's the same developer. But yeah, it's actually one of the best features. Now I can actually see everybody's combat record, in the lobby. I guess you could actually see their KDs and their other stats if you guys went to lobby leaderboards. But yeah, now I can actually see my friends without having to, I guess, do other sketchy stuff. But yeah, overall, this update was pretty good. They actually, I guess, did a lot of changes, a lot of good changes, and a lot of kind of bad changes. And probably one of the best changes was actually patching the G-slide, because you could actually get across the map within like 10 seconds. Okay, maybe not 10 seconds, but really quickly, just by G-sliding. So they basically made that a lot harder. You guys can actually watch my video in the links down below or on the screen right now. Probably not on the screen. But yeah, you guys can actually see how to do the new G-slide way. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, like, favorite, follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys later. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it.